Kirby is a series that has been part of my life for such a long time, from my first game being Kirby's Return to Dreamland, to the most recent game I've played being Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe? Yeah, I can see the problem that I have. This game is awesome, and what about it? However, one of the best parts about the Kirby games are, of course, the abilities. For those who live under a rock, Kirby has the skill to eat his enemies with a well-designed suck, and gain their abilities to use as his own. And while there's an assortment of awesome abilities scattered throughout the Kirby series, there is also a handful of stinkers that generally don't do a whole lot. Those are the ones we will be discussing today. I will also not be covering any power-ups during Kirby and the Crystal Shards, because I think there are a lot of stinkers in that game, to the point that this list wouldn't nearly be filled with a lot of mainline Kirby power-ups a lot of us are aware of. This is Creggio, and this is my personal top 10 list of the worst Kirby power-ups of all time. Number 10! Throw. The little brother to Suplex and Fighter, this ability just feels underwhelming. Don't get me wrong, I think picking up an enemy and throwing it across the screen is great, but having to stay in one place while using it, only being able to throw things in one consecutive direction, and unfortunately knowing that Fighter can do the exact same thing with multiple other pros that just make it objectively better, I just don't see a whole lot of reasons why Throw should exist in the first place. Especially during bosses where it practically doesn't even work unless a star is spawned in. It just feels bad to use and isn't very versatile when it comes to gameplay. It is up so high because I do like exploding enemies in a single throw. Number 9! Crash, the nuke everything ability. But Credge, how can you not like the nuke button you get to push all the time? Reason being, accessibility and usage. This ability is not the most common thing you will find. Reason being, it just doesn't appear in enemies or in bosses. Huge reason I dislike this ability is because after you use it, blowing up everything on the screen, it just goes away. What the fuck, dude? Even the microphone ability, while being another thing that blows up everything on your screen, has over 3 usages. The last usage of that ability being exactly like Crash. So why the fuck in the world would you give me one ability that may get rid of every enemy on the screen, but only be a one-time use? There would be absolutely no reason when I play a Kirby game to take this, when I already have a power-up that lasts more than one use, or a slightly better variant of this whatsoever. It's like buying a toaster when you already have a toaster that fucking works, putting a piece of bread in it that comes out perfect, and then the goddamn toaster breaks, making it unusable. Why the hell wouldn't you just use the toaster you already have that actually works? This ability makes me frustrated, because they could have so easily changed this to a multi-explosion move. Like, 3 nukes instead of just 1, and maybe halve the damage it did to bosses so it wasn't completely broken. Not give it one singular move, making it so you have no ability after the move. It's bullshit, and it could have been done so much better, knowing how they revised Microphone to make it better. It just needs a revamp so bad. Number 8. Metal. I have never been a big Metal fan. Sure, you can't get hurt by anything, and turning into a ball is a cool mechanic for sliding down hills, but the movement kills me. In a game where Kirby can speedrun levels and use so many cool abilities with incredible movement, why the fuck did they have to make him so damn slow? I know he is an entire entity of just metal, which makes sense in a vacuum of why he is lacking so much speed, but it's almost like they took his movement slider, moved it down to 0.1, like this is abnormally slow in my opinion. And not only that, but they made his flying ability almost worthless, considering the fact he goes up a foot every half an hour if you're spamming his jump. This is the only ability in the game where I constantly have to spam jump on the ground, so I don't have to deal with this dumb bullshit of moving, which is already enough of a pain. On top of that, Metal doesn't have a ton of moves, making it just not that fun. Number 7. Cupid. Oh, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. Look, I think Kirby's design is great, and there's nothing I truly have against this ability. If Cupid is one of your favorite abilities, then don't let my dumbass tell you that it's awful. However, I think this ability is terrible. mostly movement-wise. It made flying feel like you're moving at 0.5 speed, which again, any ability that really fucks with the movement in a negative way makes me want to throw my DS out the nearest window. On top of that, this ability makes Kirby feel slower. Using the actual bow to shoot down at his enemies or angle at bosses, it's annoying and frustrating. It's almost just as slow as the movement, and combined with the fact it just isn't really all that fun, that's why this is so low for me. I think the concept is great, and I think the execution was just really poor. If they sped up the speed or how the arrows felt to shoot, it would probably be off of this list. Number 6. Cleaning. This ability allows Kirby to now clean and sweep with the power of the almighty and powerful broom. Which, I mean, I think the broom is the only cool part about this ability. Kirby just sweeps and sweeps and sweeps. That's really about it, though. I don't really have anything else to say about this. He just cleans. Number 5. Mini. It's an ability that takes regular Kirby and turns him into Little Kirby. It's pretty self-explanatory, I feel like. This power-up is mostly used to find certain secrets and doesn't really do a whole lot else. The main problem is that you can't do anything normal Kirby can do. Not even fly or suck, which is one of Kirby's whole things. And there's no trade-off for this ability except just being small. Which, if you ask me, doesn't justify the pros it is, giving up all of this just to be a little baby boy. Number 4. Copy. An ability that does what Kirby can already do. Copy other abilities. This now just uses a laser to copy the ability of what you just copied. Holy shit, that is a lot of copying. But seriously, this one I just don't really get all that much. Someone at HAL one day really went into the office and said, "Holy shit guys, I stayed up all night and now I thought of it. Let's make a copy ability that copies other abilities." That man was then shot 150 times. And I think the worst part about this ability is it doesn't even fully finish off the enemy it just copied. Does this look like a goddamn pacifist run? Get the hell out of here! 2 honorable mentions for abilities that could have been on the list. Freeze. Not Ice, I love Ice. But the original Freeze was like Spark, except unlike how Spark evolved into something cool, Freeze just put ice around Kirby and just sat. I think the idea was really cool, but the actual execution was awful. The laser ability was something I also considered putting on here. It was fighting for the number 10 spot with throw, but I think the concept of shooting lasers is a really fun idea. Combined with the fact you don't need a star or enemy in order to use it to its fullest, it was safe from the chopping block for now. The lasers also being able to bounce off walls was a really cool touch, allowing for fun puzzle solving and cool angles to hit enemies from. Now, for the top 3 of the worst power-ups within the Kirby series. Number 3. Light. It lights up the room. Awesome. Can you tell how happy I am about this ability? This copy ability was put in the game for the one simple purpose of lighting up dark rooms, which I don't really understand why this couldn't just be a lantern like in the later games, or even just a switch to light up dark levels. But no, it's a copy ability that lights a room up. The reason this is lower than most of you probably expected is because I hate dark levels in Kirby games, in Mario levels, and everywhere else. I think they are some of the laziest designs for games, making you play slowly but also getting hit by random things that you can't see because you have nothing more than a lantern to see 2 feet in front of you. Those levels are frustrating, and having the light ability to practically get rid of that frustration is always a plus. However, after you use it for the light, the ability then goes away, and is practically useless on stages with light, which is 95% of Kirby levels. This ability is awful, but it nullifying dark levels is enough to keep it out of the top 2. Number 2. Sleep. You were probably expecting this to be number 1, weren't you? Let's keep this short. Sleep doesn't do anything. You heard me, it's a Kirby ability where all Kirby does is up and take a fat ass nap on screen. It's like, what the fuck are we doing, man? The only excuse I can give to this move is the fact that Kirby looks really adorable while sleeping, and allowing me the opportunity to get this amazing stuffed animal right here. But otherwise, this ability does nothing. It's just a funny thing to watch Kirby sleep. Wow, that sounds awful. So if you want to sit and do nothing for a few seconds, probably in the process getting hit by something else, then sleep is a great ability if you need to go and get something to eat. But now you're probably wondering, if sleep is number 2, what could possibly be number 1? Number 1! How about a move that punishes you for using it? High jump. The hate I have for this move is considerably probably the most hate I have for anything ever within the Kirby series. It has levels designed around it, it's put as an ability in some boss fights, and it sucks. Sure, you can jump up super high and fly like Superman, and maybe his cape is dope as shit, but god, this thing blows ass on bosses. Let me tell you what happens when you use this move. You charge it up, you point in a direction, and let it go. And boom, you did a total of 5 damage, now coming with the cost of either getting hit or killed by something else. The shitty thing about this move is you can't act out of a jump. And not only that, but when you use your startup, there is no moving. You just sit there having to charge your jump. Imagine in real life if every time you had to jump, you had to sit there looking like you're taking a shit just to jump a few inches higher. I'm sorry, but you look like an idiot. I don't make the rules. High jump is one of those abilities that doesn't feel good to use, makes you feel like a sitting duck until your animation ends, and actively hurts you when using it on boss fights. That was my personal top 10 list of the worst Kirby power-ups, some probably more biased than others. However, a lot of this list came on how fun they are to use, combined with how useful the abilities actually were. I'm aware that not everyone is going to agree with this list, which is 100% okay. If I said something about your favorite ability that you disagree with, that is okay. And I still think you are an awesome and cool and amazing person. We all have our opinions, and just because I believe in a different opinion than you, doesn't make either of us right or wrong. They are just thoughts, just ideas, and just my personal expression about these abilities. I hope you have a wonderful day, and consider subscribing down below. This video is supported by people such as Average Sean, and if you want to support me or my channel directly, we now have channel memberships that come with exclusive perks, such as getting my long-form videos early, handcrafted text emojis I made, and shoutouts just like this one at the end of the video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hey guys, thank you guys for watching the Kirby's Worst Power-Ups video. I had a ton of fun making that video. It did take a very long time, but we got through it, and I had a lot of fun. Anyways, I wanted to keep this a little bit short and sweet. Kind of a little bit of an update for the YouTube channel in the future. Because of all the support you guys have given me throughout the Cuphead video, which is absolutely insane, by the way. I would have never, my mind is blown. And thank you guys for all of the support that you have given me throughout that video, throughout my channel. That means the world to me. And because of that support, we are now a part of the YouTube Partner Program. And I wanted to say that because I just want to thank each and every one of you for the fact that y'all made this happen, you know, and without you guys, I wouldn't even be close. Nowhere near to the point I am now on this channel, just in general. And I wanted to say thank you because I don't feel like I say thank you enough, but also because this has always been a dream since I was a little kid of making YouTube videos and eventually maybe making it into a full-time job. And the fact that you guys support me and like my videos and watch my videos and all of the things in between, that means the world. And I just wanted you to know that. And also, small little update, we now have memberships, which is really cool. So if you want to support me directly or anything of the sort, basically it's a monthly membership. We have lots of different perks, such as you can get my long-form videos a day early, or there's going to be YouTube Shorts in the future that will be exclusive to members. On top of that, you can get a bunch of little baby emojis of things that I've created. So there is a ton of little emojis you can use in comments and things like that that I personally have made, and I think they're kind of funny and fire. So if you want to support me directly, then there is a link in my channel to become a member. So yeah, that's a little bit of an update of what's going on, but I did want to say thank you for all of the support that you guys have given me. It means the world, and it makes my motivation to keep creating content even more than it already was before, because I know that you guys really like what I make, and that is everything to me. So sorry, I wanted to keep this short. Just a little update for me and the channel. There's going to be some really cool shit going on in the future, especially with summer coming up. There's going to be a lot more videos, I hope, with the more time that I'm going to have not being in college over summer break. But thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye!